Yeah, it's been a whirlwind a little bit. You try to just control what you can control and just focus on getting better, focus on taking it one day at a time, and focus on taking advantage of an opportunity if you get it.
Dan and Dave said that they were in constant communication with you after the final cuts. What was that communication like? And kind of on your end, they said you had a decision to make. What was that decision for you?
Yeah, it was good. I think they kind of knew the Adam thing was possible, and we discussed that kind of going out on cut day, and so that was definitely a thing that happened that next morning. I was actually, I had to get a trailer because I had to go get a golf cart, and so I was in there and I was talking to some people at work. Is where the trailer was. And so I was not by my phone for 30 minutes, and my daughters were in the car. Like, I was right outside the car. I wouldn't just leave them in there. But I guess I had like 10 missed phone calls from Dan, Dave, my agent, and they were all just ignored. My daughter's watching Bluey or something. She ignored all of them. So got back in the car and had that conversation, I guess. That'd have been on Thursday maybe. And then just made sure that this is what I wanted to do. Made sure that this is where I wanted to be, which I was pretty sure of it, but just wanted a couple days to kind of make sure it was good with my wife and my family, and to go and give everything I got to it.
Hunter, Dave said he told you, maybe Thursday, that he was committed to your story. Did you have some doubts about that, after they got you?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I think his biggest thing when I was on the way out was, he felt like I could get there. I wasn't physically ready there yet, which we'll see, right? We got some games coming up pretty fast. But it was a concern he had, and so he wanted to work with me through it, have me come back and kind of work through it, and then go week to week from there. And so that's kind of his message to me. But it was something that I had to make sure I was going to commit to, because I wasn't going to show up week 2 or show up and not finish something. So it was just a commitment I had to make.
He wanted you to come back and work through it on the practice squad initially.
Correct.
And then did you have 53 offers elsewhere?
My agent, I think he talked to a few teams. So I never really asked him because this is where I wanted to be. But I was either going to be here or not play, I think. It's kind of what it came down to. And so I think there were some, but I never even asked him. Because I had some offers last year to come back and play, and I was just like, I don't want to waste your time. You just feel the call, but I probably won't. And so a lot of that.
Hunter, you said and when you were talking about picking up the golf cart trailer or whatever, that you were at work. This is obviously work now. What does it feel like to go through everything you did and to have this happen finally?
Yeah, it's good. It's a blessing. I was talking to Dave on the practice field a little bit, and we were talking about how God works. It's kind of funny sometimes, and we think we know our plans. And I was telling him the only reason why I got to play at Clemson was because Michael Williams broke his neck the first game. I was a freshman, and he broke his neck on the field goal post, which worked out for him because he was a first rounder the next year. He stayed another year. But then the slot guy went over to the boundary, and I was third team. And so, it's funny how God does things, He orchestrates things. Sometimes it's our plans, sometimes it's not our plans. And, I thought, coming out of, I guess, warm cuts Tuesday maybe, then God's plan was a little, something a little different for me. But we're taking it one day at a time and just trying to be obedient to what He wants me to do, and so it's good.
How much, with Adam gone, do you try to be a leader for a really young receiver corps now?
I think we have Demo who can take some of that leadership role as well, but just try to share some of my experiences. It's NFL is an interesting place, as my last week is gone, right? So I appreciate Bryce gave me a call kind of Wednesday, Thursday, and kind of told me about his year last year and some things that happened. And so he has a lot of perseverance stories to share. And just to have a leader like that in the locker room and some of these other guys has been awesome. And so hopefully I can just join that and be that voice in the receiver room.
How close are you? We know you dealt with a hamstring. How close are you to being 100%?
Yeah, no, I felt good. I felt good coming back from the hamstring. I felt
You're full go Sunday, you think?
Yep.
Hunter, you talk about
making sure you wanted to do this? Were there moments in training camp where you weren't sure you wanted to do this?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to make sure this is, I think my dad instilled in me and my mom as well, my dad's a coach, that when you commit to something, you're committed to it. And so, it's not something you take lightly, and it's not something where week 7 or 8 you realize, man, this is tougher than I wanted, like I don't feel well, and physically I had to get back. And so just making sure I had my mind right, my wife, we're going to have another daughter here in about 5-6 weeks, and so making sure she was good with it. And I know there's going to be some hard, some beautiful times, but some times where she's going to spend a little more time back home. And so being able to navigate that and getting her help. And so, I think the team is an important role, whether it's in business, whether it's in football, whatever it is, it's important. And so being able to make that commitment to people to say, all right, I'm going to be here through the good, through the bad, through the long haul is important to me. And so I just wanted to make sure that's what I was going to do.
If you were cutting Tuesday, when were you like in your uncle's business like the next day?
Yeah, well, I have a problem because I can't sit still, And so, I drove back home, and then, I was just checking in. I'm a partner in the business, so we go through everything, and so I was just, that's part of my team too, right? Those guys are awesome, and they really supported me last year when I wasn't playing, and so just got to be around there, and they were all rooting for me, so they were disappointed when I was let go, and so, I got to be around them a little bit, and they could uplift me a little bit, and I could tell them it's
Was
okay.
that actually Tuesday or Wednesday?
That would have been Wednesday morning, yeah. And then I had to go get a golf cart, so I had to pick up a trailer, and so I really was just checking in, just hanging out. So I wasn't making any phone calls or anything.
How many other teams contacted you, and were you even close to going somewhere else?
That's what I was saying. My agent fielded a lot of those calls. I kind of told him I was wanted to be here or nowhere. I know he told me a few teams, but I think he was getting calls kind of throughout the weekend. But I just I told him this is where I wanted to be. So
Did you say which teams?
no, I'm not gonna say which teams.
Can you expound on why it was here or nowhere?
Just because this is home for me. This is what I wanted to do. I'm a little hard-headed at times, and it was fun. When I was coming to go to Clemson, I had a few other offers, but I felt like that's where God wanted me for whatever reason. And so I walked on at Clemson, and I felt like he wanted me here for whatever reason. And, this could end tomorrow, right? But I think just trying to be obedient to that, trying to, follow his path for my life, and sometimes it's not always what's best for me, but I feel like this is where he wants me, and so that's kind of what went into that decision, and that's why with my agent I was, you can ask, I don't know, you probably don't know him, but I'll maybe have a better answer
Well,
for you.
49ers just signed a receiver, so
Did they?
that
Yeah.
seemed like that might have been one of them.
Yeah, there was, I'm sure.
Hunter, to go from the conversation that you were having with Dave Tuesday to, now you're playing on Sunday, what are the emotions that come with that?
Yeah, that's this business. I think that's, you just get ready for your opportunity. I know Coach Sweeney would always say it's better to be prepared without an opportunity than unprepared with one. And so just trying to keep that mentality, trying to be ready for the moment. I wasn't lying to y'all when I talked to y'all last time and said I haven't really thought a ton about cut day. I was just ready to, if I'm thinking about that, I'm not getting ready for a season. And so the thing about the NFL, it always works in weird ways. And if it's not here, it's somewhere else. And so you can't have the mentality of thinking, externally. You have to focus on, getting better, focus on the task at hand, focusing on preparing for opportunities. And so I'm a big believer in that.